up guys, it's me, Big Dave, and today we're doing another Raid Shadow Legends video, and specifically we're doing Marius The Gallant and Armanz the Magnificent. Let's get into it, and we'll go over their kit, and we'll get an idea of what they look like and where they're going to be good and are they worth going for. So we'll get started on Armanz first, since he is the upcoming fusion, which I believe starts on Thursday. So right, I'll go over his kit, get an idea of what he does, you know, that kind of stuff. So yeah, so we'll start with, right, so he's legendary, obviously. Magic support, barbarians. Right, A1. Word Blade. Interesting name. Attacks one enemy, a 35% chance, bookable to 55, of increasing the cooldowns of a random active skill by 2 turns. Fills his champion's turn meter by 10% for each time added to the cooldown. So obviously 20% turn meter fill if he decreases, which is kind of nice. Can't really knock that. Right, A2. Attacks all enemies. Steals all turn meter of each target except enemies under sheep debuff. Also places a stun debuff for 1 turn on all enemies not under sheep debuff. So total control, decent, good A2. Go over his A3. For my next trick, kind of nice cool name there. Places a sheep debuff on an enemy for 1 turn. Then has a 75 bookable to 100% chance of removing all buffs from all enemies, and then fills his champion's turn meter by 5% for each debuff removed. And then we'll go over his passive. Master of Ceremonies. Whenever the sheep debuff is removed or expires on an enemy, increases the cooldown of a random active skill on that enemy to its max. Fills his champion's turn meter for 10% for each turn added to the cooldown. If there are multiple champions on the team with this skill, only one will be active. So you can't run 2 of them, basically. Otherwise, no one would ever take a turn. So, and then an increase ally speed in arena battles by 28%. Not the highest, but definitely high. Definitely pretty good. So, what do I think? Right, so we'll go over his A2 first. Greatest hits. Steals the turn meter and then places a stun. Now my question is here, it does say attacks all enemies. The question is, it doesn't say hit though. It just says steal. I think Lissandra's A3 does something similar, and I think hers is written attacks all enemies. But hers takes turn meter, then adds turn meter to you and puts increased speed on. So, which is also kind of nice. The question is, this is probably not going to work on Stone Skin because you can't turn meter a Stone Skin target, obviously. Hence why most teams, a lot of teams in Arena use it now. So, yeah. It's interesting. Definitely. The stun afterwards is going to be, if affinity isn't an issue, also places a stun debuff for 1 turn and is not under sheep. My guess is this doesn't affect affinity, so force champs are not going to be able to. If it was a hit, I say you'd stand a chance against this guy, but I don't think that it is. The way it's worded anyway. Decent ability, really good ability. Probably worth going for just for this. Like if you're looking at like Sintranos, if you're looking at like some of the awakened rooms, because getting the feeling now, the way that Raid have gone over the last 6 months with these fusions, they'll throw an awakened event after the back of this. They've done it with almost all of them now. They've done it with Ancora. I can't remember who the fusion was before her, but they definitely did it for her. They've done it. Will they do it for this guy? They've done it for the Monster Hunter champs, but again, they're a crossover thing. So yeah, my feeling is that yeah, this guy's going to be really good. He's not going to be that good for Amias. Like his A1 might be for the cooldown of a random. Yeah, I don't think you can cool Amias down. If you do cool Amias down, he reverts back. His form factor thing changes, so not going to be good for Amias. The fact he's not going to be able to steal turn meter, I don't think you can from Amias. I'm pretty sure you can't. So he's not really going to be good there. But he's definitely going to be good for wave-based content. If you're struggling in Doom Tower, this guy's going to be really good. You know, a stun, a turn meter steal, you know, a buff removal, and then adds more turn meter. This guy's just got turn meter for days. Yeah, you're gonna if you build this guy with high enough speed and high enough accuracy, this guy's going to be hard to deal with. Yeah, I think he's going to work, personally, for my account, he's definitely going to work in live, without any real question, because of the turn meter aspect of him. The sheep, I'm interested to see if that works like Wukong's. Will it sheep UDK? Places a sheep debuff. Places. So, you could try it on, like, if UDK is in Stone Skin and you place it on somebody else, will he take it? He does in the Wukong. Like, is he a better version of... Because most people build Wukong for damage because of his A2. And I know I do. Because I think that A2 is kind of dirty, because if you can get it on a target that isn't magic, because I find the weak hits do happen quite a lot with him. If you hit a target that isn't magic with Wukong, the chances are that damage transfers, and I feel sometimes it doesn't take it just surplus damages everybody else, which it doesn't then weak hit those targets. So like Rotus, not that it would kill Rotus, but yeah, I think the sheep is interesting. If it goes past Stone Skin, it's going to be kind of broken. Like live is where he's going to shine. He's without question going to shine in wave content, especially in those rooms where you find that you're needing like some sort of CC. I do question, like, a lot of the rooms, like recently I came up against one of the rooms that was like literally all attack and defense champs, which was I forget what was in the waves. It was horrendous. I think it was, I can't remember which one it was. It's basically the choke point in between getting to the boss at the end of hard Soul Cross. Yeah, I can't remember which one it was, but it was quite tough. Will a champ like this help there? Well, no, because he was defense and attack, so he's support. So you find that they don't really partner up with like attack and support because it's too easy. Because then you can just run like a Duchess or this guy or Lysandra or the other amount of support you can actually use here. Do I think he's worth going for? Absolutely. Like, without question, for wave content, he's going to be outstanding. I'm interested to see how that sheep debuff actually works. Does it ignore Stone Skin? The wording suggests that it does, and the fact that everything here is 100%, there's no 80% or 70% or 75% like Epic Champs. This guy's going to be outstanding, definitely for wave-based content. His aura's not going to help you in content though, because obviously it's an arena one. Do they want us to use him in arena? I think he can work there. Like you could build like a pseudo stripper if you wanted to, like a Madame Ceres. Polymorph steals the turn meter. Remove, right. Like the removing of the buffs is going to do sheep, but the turn meter steal and the stun aren't. Then obviously Stone Skin is going to be a counter to that, I would think. But yeah, I would say definitely worth going for. I think this one's going to be tough to do though. I think because of the fact that he's got such good crowd control. Yeah, like the fact that he can sheep, he can stun, he can then turn your active cooldowns down when you come back. The random actors when you come back up from coming out of sheep. Yeah, going to be this guy's going to be really good. Like to have a mess around to see what he actually looks like. Before we go for the fusion, we're not going to be able to. I think that obviously you have to wait for the content creators to bring out videos on that to figure out if he is worth going for. But I do think, just purely on the A2 alone, Forget about the A3 for now, but the A2 on its own is going to be good for content. If you're struggling anywhere, like he's going to be good in dungeons for crowd control. He's going to be good for. He's definitely going to be good for like Centranos, Doom Tower if you're struggling there. I do feel this guy's going to be tough to do. I do think so. I'm hearing rumours that some people reckon they're going to throw like a Soulstone event into this guy. It wouldn't surprise me, but I would like to see them get rid of an event. Like, I don't know, like maybe add more points. Like if they're going to add an event, don't take one away, and give us more points. Like give us a chance to get like 150 instead of 130 all the time. Like stop putting it behind the paywall. Stop putting it behind the first place, because I literally can only avoid one event, and 9 times out of 10 it's Summon Rush, because it's kind of like they'll give you Champion Chase where you can keep champs. Like I got Jinro and Ancora waiting for that, so that's like that's over 1,000 points. That's 2 secrets saved. And I'm trying to save, but these events are not helping with that genuinely. But it is what it is. I think he's worth going for, but I do think he's going to be tough to get. Well, obviously, I'll go over the points when they probably go live tomorrow or Wednesday. I would think they go live, the points will. I believe that it's an epic one. I do kind of like it when they do rares, because it gives you the opportunity to pull the rares, because chances are you've got more ancients than sacreds. So if you can pull the rares, it saves you doing an event. But this one I think I believe it's only epics. They haven't announced the epics either, if they're any good. When they do, I'll do a video on it and go over it. But yeah, I definitely worth going for, but I do feel they're going to make this quite tough. That's my own thinking behind this. It's not going to be easy. It's going to drain your resources. If you're trying to save, don't. Like, I'd like to see them do a bad one next, because I need to save. Been trying to save shards for guarantees for like nearly a month now, and Ancora and this guy have literally killed my shards. And Ancora, like I said, she sat in the fragment vault waiting for an event. So I definitely think worth going for. Do I think he's broken? No, I don't think. I think he's going to be good for wave content. I think he could be broken, but I can't see him being like dirty broken, because obviously the meta now doesn't really cater to turn meter control because of the amount of stone skin that's being used. Like obviously everyone's now got Ancora and the King and Queen Ancora and Narcissus. I saw a video on it last week. It was horrendous. Just I couldn't imagine coming up against it. It just looks. I just avoid it from all the videos I've watched. Like I've got a Taras, but I don't have Mariska. If I had Mariska, I would take it on, but I don't. Hopefully one day I'll be able to pull her. Hopefully. I doubt it though. I do think that a lot of people think he's going to be broken if he takes a turn. Lockout still exists. Lockout now. I've always said this. Like a guy who does quite well in Arena, he uses Lockout, he uses Warlord, and like Warlord is always going to be meta because of that reason, because it doesn't matter if you've got Stone Skin or not. Warlord doesn't care. And if you've got a Warlord, then yeah, that would be the straight counter. But if this guy manages to take a turn, definitely on offense, he's going to be usable. He's not going to be usable on defense, because you're just going to lock him out. Even like a Basher would lock him out for one turn. You lock his skills for one turn, and you nuke and go. So yeah, I think cooldowns are the way to go to beat this guy. But will he be meta? Maybe. I'm not convinced. Not quite convinced, because of some of the sheep aspect in his kit. I know a lot of people don't like sheep. I'm going to like it because it's a weapon you can use quite a lot of the time, but no one likes it. Like most of the guys I know absolutely loathe it. Because of the fact that everyone's now got like a 5-star or 6-star UDK. Like I got Taras, and I have to avoid UDK because of the passive. Because Taras will fear undeads, and obviously that's where UDK is. And then he'll sheep him instantly before we've even taken a turn, which is kind of broken. There's nothing I can do apart from not taking the fight. That mechanic is a passive. There's nothing I can do about it, so I can't use him there, which is a pain. But it is what it is. Like yeah, we all know Polymorph was supposed to get nerfed. It still feels like it's kind of is what it is. Hopefully one day we get away from it and we can see the back of it so we can stop using it. But at the moment we're forced to use it because of that reason, especially if you've got 5 and 6 star blessings. So yeah, I'd definitely go for this guy. I do think he's going to be good for wave-based content, especially for Syntronics, which seems to be what a lot of people are going for right now, which seems to be the content everyone's enjoying. I know that I am. I do find it quite tough. I wish that there were more days of free, and now they've slapped it in the middle, which is slightly better for me, because I do intend to do videos over it. So yeah, but I'll go into the next champ. So yeah, I would definitely look at this guy, guys. So yeah, jump up the next guy. So right, Marius the Gallant, or the Gallant, yeah. So Void, Skinwalker, Defense, Legendary. I'll go over the whole kit, then I'll go over what I think. So Auric Lance attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance when booked of placing an enfeebled debuff for 1 turn. Decent ability. Death or Glory, 3-turn cooldown when booked. Attacks all enemies 3 times. Each hit decreases the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn. Really nice. And then Galloping Thunder. 4-turn. Places a 50% increase accuracy buff and a 60% increase defense buff on all allies for 3 turns. Then places a stun debuff on the enemy with the highest turn meter for 1 turn. Finally grants an extra turn. That's kind of broken. And then the passive. This champion is immune to turn meter reduction effects and decreased speed effects. Whenever an enemy changes form or attempts to decrease this champion's turn meter, counter attacks with the A1. So an instant counter to the mythical meta, obviously, because that A1 is kind of broken. And then the increase allied defense in all battles by 35%. That's got to be one of the highest in the game. That is high. Really high. For content, I like him. Do you think he's going to help in content? Not really. He's more arena based, I would say. I can see a place where he's going to help for if you look at the other guy, he gives you more wave clear. This guy's more like a sort of a counter to the mythical meta, I think. And the fact that he's going to be part of the Romantu progression, I kind of like that, to be honest. The fact that now we're going to get more free rewards, because as a free-to-play player myself, I do like the free stuff. It helps your account immensely. And the fact that they do put a lot of onus on you doing these, they normally take months. So like Romantu, for most people, you would never going to do it quickly. Trying to remember what the choke point on Romantu was. He was probably gold 3, gold 1 in 3v3. Will they do something similar? Yeah. I think it'll be gold 1 in live, because a lot of people don't like live. I'm going to like it more for the area bonuses than the actual content itself. I find when I sort of chill and do it with my friends, and we have a little bit of a laugh and a joke about it when we all decide we want to do it because of the bonuses, we have a good laugh with it. But when you're solely doing it by yourself, it becomes a bit monotonous. Like for example, when I first got back into it about 2 months ago, I ended up facing a guy that had 3 mythicals. It was at that point, you're just like, oh, here we go. You know you've lost. Because if he's pulled 3 mythicals, the chances are he's got money and he's got good gear. And it was absolutely... Because I think I took Taras in there. So yeah, it would have been about a month ago. And yeah, it was... Yeah. I haven't come across that, but obviously I'm going to find players who've fallen out of play, who have now decided to give it a go because of the bonuses and all this kind of good stuff. I do feel it's going to be gold 1. I hope it's only gold 1. Because if you're going for Quintus, chances are you're pushing for gold 1 and 2, because like 2 you need to get Quintus, I believe. Which is quite tough, obviously. But yeah, this guy is going to be an arena top arena champion. And he's got defense, he's got increased defense, he's got increased attack, increased accuracy, which means that you won't have to run a huge amount of accuracy there. Like if you go for the 550, 600 mark with him, I do genuinely think that he'll be easier to get all this good stuff to work. He won't proc polymorph, which is kind of nice. I'm kind of hoping that they do, because obviously when Romanto was in the game, Blessings didn't. I believe Blessings weren't in the game when Romanto was released. I would like to see a way of maybe getting Blessings for this guy. You know, since effectively they're giving it to you for doing logins, and most of the other ones that they've made, most of the other champs that they've made for logins have had some sort of, like, I'll use Rathalos as an example, which just had his Titan event recently, or whatever it was, I forget the name of the event. The Givu is so, like, I managed to get the 4-star by not really, I did a little bit. I managed to get the 4-star quite comfortably. I had to spend about 2,000 energy to get it, but I managed to get there. So it'd be nice to see them do this, because they're doing it for Carnage. I'm hoping they do something similar for this guy. Now, like, maybe after he's done, put his soul at the end, or something. I don't know. It'd be nice for them to do that, because obviously it's another champ added to the pool. But it'd be nice a way of maybe getting his Awakens, because this guy is going to be used. I'm definitely going to use this guy. Like, increased accuracy champs are always going to be used, especially with some sort of CC, and this guy has. Like, I'm thinking if you run him in a go first, he's going to stun the speed booster, stopping them taking a turn. And then if you decide to run, say, Mikage against this guy, he's literally just going to spit out that A1. And the chances are, if you're running a speed team, you're not running a cleanser to get rid of it. Or you build this guy. You can't get you. Could you put this guy in protection? Possibly. But I do like the idea of this guy spitting out that A1 and you weak hitting, especially your nukas. So this guy's going to be, yeah. The fact is going to be 55%. Is it 55, 35, 50? 55 with Master Hexer. I think it's Master Hexer, yeah. So for that respect, yeah, I do like that idea. I'm looking forward to seeing what rewards they give us for doing it, because I'm always up for free stuff. I think we all are, to be honest, aren't we? So, yeah, and when they drop this guy, I'm hoping they drop this guy before the fusion, so I don't have to do a double video on the same day when they drop it at the same time. They probably will. The chances are it's coming this week, so we'll see. Yeah, I'll go over the tasks as well when they drop this guy to see where the good points are, the hard points. I do feel you're going to need to get the hard dungeons on lock, especially down to 10. But my thinking is they're probably going to do something similar to what they did with Arbiter, where they was do it 10 times on auto. Will that be possible? Yeah. Will you sacrifice even if it's not 100%? Yeah, just to get this guy, I would. I've got the only dungeon I'm doing 10 on the hard dungeons is Dragon, which is an auto team. I haven't done Fire Knight because I'm on 6. I'm working on Ice Golem with Artak, which I also need for Amias. I think, yeah, the last couple of tasks will be hard 10 on auto. That's what I think. And then one of the points in the middle would be get to gold 3v3 or gold in live. And my thinking is, they've said that Centranos is going to be part of it. My thinking is not going to be complete it. My thinking is it's going to be do Amias. Will they let us get away with normal? I doubt it. It's probably going to be beat Amias on hard. So obviously pick your rotations if you struggled with that. But I'm going to be doing a video on Amias once I've worked out what team to use for this one, because I need books. I need Artak. I almost done it a couple of days ago. Cheesed my way through it because my Artak isn't booked. He's only partially booked. So once he's fully booked, I know I'll be able to do it. I think he's a huge carry there. Like, I don't have enough blessings on epics in order to mitigate the damage. And obviously I haven't got enough healing either, which is also going to be tough. And heal reduction is an issue there, so, but we'll see. Yeah, so once this goes live, I'll go over it. So yeah, I hope it's all good. If you can, guys, if you can really help me. I know this video is kind of long. If you can, leave a like, leave a comment, get some engagement on this video. If there's anything you want me to go over, if there's anything you don't agree with me on, or do agree with me on, please leave it in the comment section. I'm all for discourse. I'm all for a good chat. So yeah, if you need any help with anything, guys, just give me a shout. Drop a comment in the comment section. I'll leave my Discord in the description feed if you want to add yourselves to it. No pressure. We're quite laid back in there. We just sort of chill and talk and have a good laugh. So yeah, all good. So hope this finds you well. Hope you're enjoying the game. Hope it isn't too much of a grind for you. And I shall see you in the next video. Big Dave, out.